Hello, welcome to Math 105 for the summer 2019 session. This is an 8-week hybrid course. I'm Ms. Kramer and I'll be your instructor. This required orientation video will go through how to use the website, including important documentation like the syllabus and the class notes and course content. The first thing you'll need to do is register for MyOpenMath. There are documents attached to the email sent to you a week before class starts, including how to sign up for MyOpenMath and register for the course. Once you register, the first thing you'll see when you log on is the calendar. This will keep you up to date with all due dates as well as times. If you click on any particular day that has an assignment, it will give you a quick link to those assignments. The first assignment you'll want to do is the syllabus quiz, which I'll discuss more. It's an extra credit assignment which will be added to your midterm exam. You'll also want to introduce yourself into the Form 1. I've already posted an introduction into the Form 1, including a picture. I will give each individual who does their introduction through a video, a face video, an extra 5 credit points to their midterm. The next thing you'll see is important announcements. It's imperative that you read these daily, as I'll be posting announcements of what you should be working on each day to keep up with the class. Don't be afraid to move ahead within the material if you understand one chapter better than another. There are already permanent announcements for the midterm exam, the final exam, module quizzes, how to register for the Math Success Center, which I really encourage you to do. They also have hours during the summer as well as computers that you can use to do your assignments. There's more information about how to understand your assignments in the gradebook and how to use late passes. The next module or block that you will see is Getting Started. You'll want to go through each of these tabs before you take the syllabus quiz. If you want to view the orientation video again, you can click this link, as well as how to understand the homepage, the calendar, course content, grading, and messaging, which will be really helpful to get in contact with me. This Intro to Mom link is a short quiz that will help you enter your answers into Mom. I would really encourage you to practice this before starting any graded assignment so that you can get the syntax down. Next are course documents, including the syllabus, a schedule that you can print and post next to your computer if you don't want to look at the calendar at the top of the program, how to navigate through Mom, and a step-by-step breakdown of each of the blocks that I'm describing, as well as how to enter your answers in Mom and post threads to our forums. Let's discuss the syllabus before we move on. At the top of our syllabus is important information about me and where our class meets. Again, this is a hybrid course, so we'll meet on campus twice, July 11th and August 8th for the midterm and final respectively at 6:30 p.m. in D221. This location may change as I'll have another class taking a final with you, so please look out for the announcements for that room change. There are no office hours during the summer. I will not be available on campus except for the midterm and the final, so I would really encourage you to register for the Math Success Center to get assistance. You can, however, message me and I'll respond within 24 hours, or you can post to the forum so your classmates can help you. You are required to have access to the internet. Again, you can get that through the Math Success Center. You will need a scientific calculator, and you'll need to register for Mom before Tuesday, June 18th to avoid being dropped. This is a hard deadline. If you're not registered by 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, I will drop you to make room for people on the wait list. This is a heavy class as it will happen within only 8 weeks, and you are required to do the same amount of work in 8 weeks as you would in a 16-week class, so be prepared to devote at least 12 to 18 hours per week on this course. Here's the important part, how you're graded in this course. There are several graded assignments, including quizzes, forums, a midterm, a final exam, and a project. The homework is due. You'll have as many times as you need to each question until the due date in the grade book, and you will not be able to see answers until after the due date. If you have any questions about the content, make sure to message or email me. The forums, there's 2 mandatory forums and then voluntary forums. The mandatory forums are an introduction and a self-reflection. The voluntary forums are where you post your homework questions. There is going to be a project. It will be submitted the day of the final, right at the beginning of the final. It has to be a paper copy submitted during the final. The rubric and instructions are posted on Mom. And there are 11 mandatory chapter quizzes. Make sure to follow those due dates as closely as possible. These are timed quizzes, and you will only have 2 attempts per problem to get it right. You'll be given 8 late passes. Note that for each late pass you don't use, you'll have 1 point extra credit added to your final exam score. You'll want to make sure to use the late pass before the assignment ends to extend the due date by only 24 hours. Make sure you read more about how to use late passes in the announcements, as well as watch the video under orientation videos. Again, more information about the exams, the days and times. For the exams, it is important to note that if you do not average at least a 65% on the midterm and final combined, you will not pass the class, even if your score, including your quizzes, homework, and forums, gives you a grade that is higher than a C. If you don't earn this minimum 65% score, you will not pass the class. If you have any questions or concerns about this, make sure to email me or message me early on so we can get a clear understanding of this requirement. You will want to register for the Math Success Center. It is free. You can always go into the Math Success Center to get help signing up. The hours are listed on the MOM website as well as in the syllabus. It will be closed on the 4th of July. I measure attendance by your activity within the course, not just signing in, but actually participating in activities or forums. Make sure you're participating at least 2 days per week to avoid being dropped from the class. I'll let you guys read about tips for surviving this math class and any other deadlines that will happen with enrollment. So going back to the course, once you've gone through these documents and the videos, you'll then want to take the syllabus quiz. You can have access to the textbook and class notes. What I would recommend is printing the class notes before watching the videos. I would watch the videos, fill in the class notes, and then attempt the homework problems. If you feel that you're struggling with the homework problems, I would then go to the textbook. Everything is, I would do the free version. There's no need for you to print unless you really need a paper book, but most of your learning will be done with the videos. So let's take a look at the content where you'll spend most of your time of this course. Each block is broken down by chapter, and each chapter has its own due date. Again, you can see that at the top of the page under the calendar or print the schedule. So looking at chapter 1, there's a required reading, and then there's a problem-solving videos playlist. This is what you'll want to watch as you fill in those notes, and then some more examples. Once you've gone through all this material, this is when you'll then want to attempt your homework. You can use a late pass to extend this. Notice that this assignment has 12 problems, and you'll get as many attempts as you'd like. You will get a new problem for each attempt. If you have any questions, you can either message me about this question or post the question to the forum. I would recommend the latter because there might be other students who are struggling with the same problem, or they figured it out and can give you some insight that I can't. Once you're done with the chapter and you've completed the homework to the best of your ability, hopefully taking copious amount of notes, you'll then want to go to the chapter quizzes, and you can use your notes, the texts, and the videos, but just remember that these are timed quizzes and you only get 2 attempts per problem. Please note at the bottom that you can have assistance from the SEC Math Success Center faculty and staff while you do that. So then we have our discussion forums. Again, like I said in the syllabus, you have required and optional or voluntary. The required are under forum assignments, the first being the introduction. Remember, if you post your introduction as a video, you will get 5 points extra credit added to your midterm score. Please pay special attention to the due date for the post as well as the replies, and for each forum assignment, you are required to reply to 2 separate individuals. This is to make sure that you guys are interacting with each other like we would in a typical class. You can always go to the homework questions to see if anybody's posted questions about a homework question you might have before you message me or post it to a forum. And then you can always post to study groups to see if anybody would like to meet up on campus, like in the Math Success Center, which is free, to study for exams and work on homework together. Finally, the last graded assignment is the project. This is due for the final exam. It's on finance, which happens to be chapter 7. I would recommend after chapter 7 printing this out and begin working on it, and message me early on to get any help with it as you need it. I look forward to meeting you all in the forum and helping you along your mathematical journey. I wish you all the best of luck.